Hey everyone, how's it going? It's either Wendy Chavez coming at you today with the Veve Omi Earth 2 Anchor update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello, Dashi. Hello, Dashi. It's been a while. I missed you so much. Everyone, please, before we get started, check out wraithax.eth domain name, as not financial advice. Subscribe, link down below to Patreon and all that good jazz, but definitely like... So, we'll start off with some Earth 2 stuff. We'll go to Anchor, then we'll get to the Veve and Omi stuff. Sorry, it's been a while. Had a lot of stuff to do, but let's get right into it. So for Earth 2, Shane did mention a couple days ago that there's a new article for cydroid rarities and property stuff. Therefore, the article is incredibly important to read for any player intending to raid or build cydroids, and will also discover details about rarities, how it'll work, how it'll provide early access privileges for active players. So the property trading protocol for cydroids is as follows. It's incredibly important for traders to understand that for a number of reasons, properties with cydroids tethered to them will be sold collectively with any cydroids tethered to the property at the time of listing on the marketplace. So if you have those, they will go with them. There is going to be a chance for opportunity here. Some people will be like, I want to sell the property, but not the cydroid, and they won't know that the cydroid will go with the property. Some people will have happy accidents, like, oh yeah, this property will be cool, and it comes with the cydroid. So that'll be pretty fun. Cydroids cannot simply disappear when a property is sold. They all must be tethered to a mentor at all times. So obviously you have to have a mentor on your property in order to have one. But therefore, when selling a property that has cydroids tethered to its mentor, the cydroids, including all the assets, such as the essence that is held in power cells and rated ether in storage, will be part of the property sale as well. Players do have the option to relocate their cydroids to another property before placing their property for sale on the marketplace. So it's not just like, oh, hey, I have a property, I want to sell this one, so let me not tether a cydroid to it. What you could do is you could just like, hey, there's another property, let me move my cydroid first before you sell it. Again, right now, I don't know if I would sell anything, and I don't know if I should say that, just because we should be getting essence this year, and this circulating supply is most likely going to be at 200 million or less than 200 million in the circulating supply. There's obviously 5 billion that could ever be minted total, but we have to remember that many people used hundreds of thousands, if not millions of essence burning and crafting all of these jewels. So they are going to be pretty scarce, at least at the beginning. In this bull market, I see no reason for this to be less than $10. No reason. But again, that's just my opinion, not financial advice. Anyway, there are certain activities that you can do when you have cydroids, and there are certain activities that will be aborted when a property with tethered cydroids are sold. The activities will include raiding, dispensing, building, and those activities that will be aborted. Activities that will be aborted are the relocating cydroids outbound and relocating cydroids inbound. Any questions, comment down below. Anyway, moving on to Anchor. They did get over a mention in a video by Investopedia, Cryptocurrencies to Watch, on the week of 27 February. There were a bunch of them, so let me go over a couple of them real quick. They were Optimism, they were Gate Token, they were Bone Shiba Swap, and then we had Stacks, STX, and then obviously, of course, Anchor. So the Anchor's token price has increased by around 30%, possibly in reaction to two collaborations with tech giants Tencent and Microsoft. The partnership with Tencent allows to launch nodes for several blockchains using Tencent's cloud computing strengths. The Microsoft partnership teams it with Anchor to work on Web3 infrastructure solutions. This article, obviously now a couple days old. Obviously, we haven't had too much positive news on Anchor, or at least not too much positive price action on Anchor. We've gone from about 1.4 billion in volume to that one day after the Microsoft announcement to about 40 million in volume as of the last 24 hours. We are down to actually below the price that we were at before the Microsoft announcement, down about 8% today. But again, this is when Bitcoin is taking a poop. Bitcoin taking a poop obviously does not help markets. We're down to 22.1, down about 1.4% today. Just hasn't been a good week for Bitcoin, and it's been taking the whole market down with it. I've mentioned Bumper. Bumper is something that I've taken a look at when I was on around the Akomiverse. I'll be on next week. I missed the last 2 weeks just because I've been I've just been a little preoccupied. But Bumper, that went down about 2% today, and we'll get to Omi in a second. First off, we do have a couple of posts from Anchor to go through. Anchor post last week, our team was in Denver at Interop Summit, reading the top quotes to get a full recap of what went down. They had tweeted that yesterday. But on Anchor and Microsoft's collaboration, the convergence of AI and Web3, ZK creating a better UX for blockchain, speeding adoption, and more. And let's not forget that Microsoft does own about half of ChatGPT. They've been very, very good lately. I think they put in about almost 70, so about $69 billion. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. To get Activision Blizzard for their metaverse. They did put another $10 billion over into ChatGPT, so they own about half of it right now. So Anchor's in a very good position to get into not only just the metaverse, but Web3 at large, especially with AI. Obviously, Microsoft is in no way short on its own resources, so why would they partner with Anchor to build Web3 products? Basically, Anchor has grown right along with the industry to become the world's largest node infrastructure and staking as a service providers in the world, with 50 million unique IPs using the RPC endpoints every single month. They also have Vasilis as well, saying, "We are approaching the Web3 space with a very humble and learning mindset. We want to learn from the leading Web3 native companies like Anchor and ZK Sync." One of their other media guys, Josh, saying, "We've effectively become a developer hub. RPC providers are now functioning as an onboarding experience for developers because one of the first things a developer needs is a high quality endpoint and connection to the blockchain." So again, just a couple of reasons why I love Anchor. And one last thing, this week they will be joined by Chili's to discuss all about their creation process, features, and how users can benefit from the new Chili's chain. Chili's does have about 494,000 followers over on the Twitter, so it'll be a nice fireside chat. That'll be the 8th at 3 p.m. UTC. We've got a bunch of Veve and Omi stuff to cover. So Omi, not so good over the last week or so, down to about 00093. Part of the reason why I was gone for this long, and again, been traveling and doing a bunch of stuff, a little bit of fun, definitely a bit of work. So I've had we'll get paid for this job in the next 2 weeks, I would say. And with that, you're going to be looking at some obviously fun money. I'll put maybe $1,000 into Veve. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to get. I'll talk about that $1,000 later. But for right now, for crypto, I did tell people that if Anchor goes down to if it goes down to 2 cents, I'll put another 10K in. If it goes to anything below that, like that's it. If it goes down to 1 cent, I'm not gonna put another 10K in on top of that. It's like, that's just my position. I'll cash out as it goes up to the 5.5, 10 cent range, give or take. I will get up to 155 million Omi. I have 153.3 right now. I will get up to 155. If Anchor goes up before Omi does, or if we go down to 0007s, I'll try to get up to 160. I'll keep you posted on that. So anyway, I'll do this first to get this out of the way. That $1,000 that will go into Veve, I might make it 2 or maybe 3. I do want to get another logo. I have 2. I do have a potential deal with another one that might happen in the next month or so. I'll keep you posted. But really what I want is, you have the Infinity Stones. So the Infinity Stones, obviously the last one to get is the Soul Stone. That Soul Stone, could it be airdropped for everyone that has one? Again, there's no proof, only little hints here and there that we might even get an airdrop. We're obviously going to get the 6 Infinity Stone, and we might get the Gauntlet on top of that. But what do we get? Is there anything going to be airdropped, or is it going to be locked, as in gated? We won't be able to maybe get the Gauntlet unless we have all of these Infinity Stones. I think that would be really cool. But again, they haven't mentioned right now that there would be an airdrop or that there will be a Gauntlet. It's just been teased. So I would say we have about $450 price point for that secret rare Eye of Agamotto, because that currently is the scarcest one. Now, granted, there's about 2,200 of those, but a lot of those are locked up because they have been in bot accounts, or they're in accounts that they are just, they haven't been active in like a year. So I would say I would say if we get confirmation that we're getting an airdrop, or we get the next message, so that Eye of Agamotto, if that stays the scarcest one, let's say there's 1,500 of them, I think that could go $600 or $700, because this is just off of the hope that we can get one. If we do, yeah, it's going to go a lot. But in the opposite way, they could release the Soul Stone and say you have to burn a collectible for it. You have to burn, maybe some of the other 5 Infinity Stones, or whatever you have to burn for it. I would say if there's only, let's say, 1,000 of those, then the Eye of Agamotto, I think, takes a dip down to like 300 or maybe 200. Again, we're not 100% sure yet. But some of the other things that we're going to get, so does the Soul Stones, the Infinity Stones have a consciousness. So do the stone that Adam Warlock wears in his head. He doesn't exactly wear it. He's going to be part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. He joins the Guardians of the Galaxy. In the comics, you have and why I'm talking about this is because the next Marvel Mighty set that we're probably going to get, again, we are probably going to get 5 this year. We got 1 already. The 4 others, it's probably going to be 1 per quarter. The Guardians of the Galaxy movie comes out in May. But the other one, I think, would be similar to like the either Agent Carter one, the Peggy Carter one. That one we just got randomly at Comic-Con. And the Deadpool chimichanga truck. Those one of ones. Those ones that most of the sets have, 5, 6, 7 of them. But the one-off sets like the Agent Carter ones and or Captain Carter or the chimichanga, those are one. So I'd imagine at New York or San Diego Comic-Con, one of those will get one of those one of ones. The rest are probably going to be actual sets. I was going to say it would be Daredevil or Echo, but those were delayed. We're not actually going to get those until next year. I would say Guardians of the Galaxy is definitely going to be our next one because that comes out in May. In the Guardians of the Galaxy lore, you have Kitty Pryde that marries Star-Lord at some point in the comics. I'm not sure they're going to do that for the movie. They are going to do a bunch of X-Men after, I think, Secret Invasion, or maybe even part of Secret Wars. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but that's definitely one set that I want to go and get. So I would say you have probably Rocket, the Kaiju Groot, I think they're calling him now, the Thick Groot. You're going to have Gamora. You're going to have Drax. This is going to be Drax's last movie. We have Dave Bautista on Instagram saying, "Yeah, this is going to be the last time I'm Drax. We've had a trilogy to have an arc for the character." He's such a cool dude. He's such a bro. Comment down below if you love Dave Bautista. I've been loving him since like 2005 in the WWE days. Anyway, you have him, you have Raccoon, and then you have the sister. I had to look it up, Nebula. I don't know how I could forget that. And then you do have Will Poulter as Adam Warlock. They've only called him, I think, Adam so far. Originally, he was just called Warlock, but then in the comics at some point, it was like a more biblical story. They referenced him as Adam. In this way, they have the opposite. They're calling him Adam at first, and then they'll give him the Warlock name at some point after that. So we have the Guardians in general. We have Warlock. We have Beta Ray Bill, which was part of the Guardians at some point as well, but he's already a Mighty, and there's already been a bunch of deleted scenes for him in other movies, so I'm not sure. He might make an appearance in this one. I don't know if he'll actually join them. We'll see. Other shows we have is Loki Season 2, where obviously He Who Remains will be making his cameo appearance, and then you would have Secret Invasion. We might get Mighties for that, but one of the main movies that I think we get is The Marvels, where you're going to have Ms. Marvel and you're going to have Captain Marvel along with Monica Rambeau. And maybe a couple of other people as well. So that one I definitely see as getting as getting a Mighty set. For movies that are Marvel but are also Sony, you have Across the Spider-Verse, which is going to feature Spidey 2099. We already have kind of Marvel stuff for that, but we don't have a Miles Morales Mighty, so we'll see. And then we have Kraven the Hunter. That'll come out in October, which is, again, that Marvel-Sony partnership. Not sure we'll get Mighties for those. Some things I don't think we're going to get is Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. We did get a comic for that. I don't believe that we're going to have Mighties for that. We did the Captain Carter What If series. I was at that point, I was disappointed that we didn't get her in the same slot as we did the Zombie Captain America or the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. She was in the Marvel Mighties. I was kind of upset about that, but now I'm fine with it. That's okay. So I don't think we're going to get another, or maybe we do. Maybe for season 2, we do get another one-off. And we also have that Ironheart series that's going to release. It was supposed to be in summer of this year. I think that was delayed. They might just put her in an Armor Wars. Comment down below if you know. We do have Agatha Coven of Chaos that'll release in winter on Disney+. So again, there's a lot of different things. Comment down below which ones you want. Speaking of all things Veve, I put out a tweet the other day saying that in the next bull market, when both NFTs and crypto go up, how many of your Veve official digital collectibles will you sell? I gave the options of 4 options, because Twitter, that's all Twitter allows, is 0%, or 1 to 25%, or 26 to 75%, or 100%. So I said I'll sell 1 to 25% of my Veve assets. However, I will continue to buy what I like, both stuff that's been released and things that haven't been seen yet. So the people that are selling 0% of their Veve stuff, saying they're just going to live off crypto, was about 9%. The 1 to 25%, where they were just taking some profit, about a third, about 29% of people voted that. And the biggest broad spectrum one, the 26 to 75%, saying that they'll keep what they like, but for the most part, they're going to be out. 36% of people like that. And the people that said 100% I'm done with NFTs is 25%. So 1/4 of the people, there's about 900 people that took this poll, and about 1/4 of them, there's about 360 of them are just like, I'm done, which I thought was really, really interesting. Comment down below what you think of that. In other news, we have Dr. Rolex.e saying, okay, well, he's basically almost at 10,000 collectibles, whether it's collectibles and comics. I don't know if he has any artworks at all. Those are very, very hard to get. But he says, technically not at 10K yet. I think he is by now. It says, but getting close, just being a little picky with what I'm grabbing. I did officially hit 250 sets. Ride or fly. Shout out to Mr. Rolex for that. We have Mr. MC1.eth saying, hi, Veve fam. Holder of Veve Gold Card NFT is beneficiary of gifts at in real life events, not the physical card, the actual Veve logo. Also invited to join a Telegram group with David and Veve Discord gold card holder channels. Veve Official just added someone that did not know. So in case you didn't know, yes, you are in a Telegram group that David is in. He pops in every now and then. They're in, I think, Northern Asia right now. They're really, really busy. There will be some great announcements later this year. Can't wait. Something that hasn't been discussed outside of what I posted in Telegram literally like 2 days ago is something called, well, I'll just read it. It's like, there's one thing I'm sure that hasn't been brought up yet. Every one of us here is absolutely stoked to be here. It's our own exclusive club where we're all generally like each other. But what hasn't happened yet is the country club effect. From what I've seen, and others can probably confirm as well, comment down below if you've had this experience, is that there are people out there who will pay $20,000 or $50,000 each year to be a part of a country club near them. And some use it and some don't. Some people pay that type of money just to say that they're part of the club. What do you think happens when those type of people figure out that there's a club like this? Oh, there's a secret club of this multi-billion-dollar company and only 500 spots? And some people have multiple passes? Really, it's only 459 because, the first 40 they keep. Or 460 because the first 40 they keep. Some people have multiple passes, making it even more exclusive. Let me buy one just to see what it's like. And then they read, I don't even know if I could say this, but basically they find out that David is in here. I say, wait a minute, the founders are in here. I can actually talk to billionaires just by owning one of these? Let me call my friends real quick. The type of clout and bragging rights that this will give you is unreal. $3,000 is nothing. Like I've said before, the most expensive Pokemon cards were all given out for free at a specific place, at a specific time, after completing a specific task. This logo is no different. In my opinion, it is a future grail. And that's why I'm going to try to grab a third one in about a month or so. Anyway, moving on. Another post I made saying over the last 7 days, Veve Official has had about $1.1 million in gem sales, which is about average of what they have every week. Even in this bear market / recession, it's great to see Veve garner enough interest to consistently have 1 million in gem sales each week. You could say that, hey, I don't, some of these drops don't sell out. Some of these, there are too many mints. I live in the market. Okay, people are still buying. People like me, I've spent probably close to $500 on the most recent Mighty set. Most of it with Cassie Lang. Actually, that's something I need to go over as well. I'll go over that in a minute. But before I do, let me ask you this. That reminds me of a great Transformers quote. What if we leave and you're wrong? Oh, sorry. Comment down below if you get that quote. Anyway, I want to ask you guys this. What other platform similar to Veve is grossing, $1 million in sales each week? I don't think any of it. Even Coinbase NFT Marketplace has how many millions of people in it in the Coinbase ecosystem that always notified that an NFT Marketplace is happening? They had abysmal numbers. Those numbers were god awful. They need help. They need Jesus. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of the Marvel Mighties, I posted the other day so that I can kind of understand why Queen Ramonda, who was the Queen of Wakanda, is selling for under 4 gems. Kind of. But Wasp is an Avenger in the comics, and she'll play a bigger part in the next few Avengers level type movies like Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. So I did buy a bunch of her. I have 17, 18 of her now. But then of course, I swept the floor up until 4 gems, and then it was like 5 gems, and I think it's above 4 gems now. Anytime she goes under 4, I'll probably grab 1 or 2. So yeah, that's I think I think she's undervalued. I think Ant-Man is undervalued. I only have like 3 of him though. I have like 18 or 19 Cassie Langs. Most of them, all except one, are sub 100 min. So I'm not stacking her in the normal way of just stacking a bunch of, I mean, there's 3,200 of her. I'm stacking in the way that I have like 27% of the sub 100s. Speaking of people stacking, I think there were about 10 Veve logos that were sold the last week or so. Some people that were in there that only have one are choosing to sell. I think that may be just for more crypto. I'm not 100% sure. I'll keep y'all posted. But remember how I said, oh yeah, some of these things on Veve don't sell out. Well, we have a couple of things like what happened earlier this morning, I believe, which was the first appearance of Pepper Potts and Happy Hogan. Tales of Suspense number 45 only had 5,000 edition numbers. So that was, I'm really, really excited about that. Everything was going above retail. So shout out to Veve for that. Also, I did post saying I have instructions for 2 of my friends to carry out my philanthropic goals with Omi in the event of my untimely passing. Can anyone point me in the direction of legally making someone a beneficiary? I was looking to add best friends. The only reason I'm looking to add them is because if I add them as a beneficiary to crypto, even if it's just 1%, they will, someone, I think for this month, said that they will match what I'm doing. So it's like a $2,500 donation just for me doing that. So that's the only reason why I wanted to do so. Anyway, that should be it for me. Oh, actually, that is not it for me. That is not it for me. We have Feesh to go over. So on March 10th, something crazy is going to happen. We have the Feeshes being ready for Mario. Everyone say hi to Tiwi. Hi, Tiwi. We have ready for Mario. We do have an update from Brock McBlockchain on the Feesh announcements as well. Brock says, hey everyone, I hope this week is finding you well. Today is the cutoff for the airdrop mentioned above. If you have a Feesh, that's all you need. We also have a small update. Some of you have found a bit early for March 10th, which is Mario Day. Any Mario is a good Mario. Ow, my neck. There's another small item coming just to share some fun. I wanted to update everyone to let you all know the next swim up should have been tonight. I cannot make due to a personal matter I'm doing this week. Lots of fun still to come. Hopefully next week I'll make up for missing this week's. Thanks again for making this project awesome. Shout out to Brock McBlockchain. I love that man so much. And that is, oh, Nemo. Speaking of Feesh, Feesh are going to be in the Veveverse as well. That's one of the first things that I saw. Dan Crothers helped me out with the headset. And I'm looking, he's like, oh, what do you say, Randy? It's like, is that a Feesh? And he's like, oh, yeah. I was like, ah. Anyway, super exciting. Speaking of Feesh, Veve posts that Disney and Pixar's Finding Nemo concept art collection features vibrant illustrations created by acclaimed Pixar production designer Ralph Eagleson, showcasing locations and characters in their early concept stage. We don't have the Medium article on that yet. We should get that tomorrow. We should get that tomorrow. It latest would probably be on Thursday because this does drop on Friday, March 10th. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, so happy to be back at Eastern Standard Time. And that's it. Everyone please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye, Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Bye.